Hi, and welcome to the speaker series. My name is Ellie Weisbaum, and I'm an assistant professor at the University of Toronto's Buddhism, Psychology, and Mental Health program. What you're about to watch is an excerpt from my course, Buddhist Perspectives on Current Social Issues, where we invited a series of international guest lecturers to share their perspective on how mindfulness and compassion can inform our approaches to current social issues, both at an individual and systemic level. This series was sponsored by the New College Initiatives Fund, and we really hope that these dialogues can serve to be engaging and informative for the context of your daily life, and that they can help us collectively consider how we can build a more healthy and compassionate society. Thanks for joining us, and enjoy the video. Dr. Larry Ward is a senior teacher in the tradition of Thich Nhat Hanh and Plum Village. He brings 25 years of international experience in organizational change and local community renewal to his work as director of the Lotus Institute and as an advisor to the Executive Mind Leadership Institute at the Drucker School of Management. He is a passionate and engaging speaker. We're delighted to share this video with you.
So there are many trauma resource skills for developing and deepening resilience, many of which are already, once you understand it, you can see in all of our cultural heritage. When I studied trauma, which I continue to do, I understood why my mother, I grew up in the Pentecostal church, sometimes called holy rollers, people who dance and shout and their bodies are heavily involved in worship. And I always knew there was roots of that in Africa, of course. The similar dances you can actually see in villages with people, but just spontaneously. But I understood what my mother was doing with her nervous system on Sunday in the Black church and what everyone else was doing. They were resetting their nervous system into enough balance so they could continue the fight. They could continue the work and do it with love and not hate. So there are many ways of resourcing ourselves, bringing ourselves back to a sense of calmness, at ease, and vitality. And one of those I'll share with you now, it's called resourcing. It's a practice you can do anytime. And resourcing is using your mind to help your body. So a resource is a person, a place, an activity, a memory that affirms you, affirms your uniqueness, affirms your talent, affirms your heart, your body. And when you remember this resource, your nervous system shifts. And the study of neuroscience, which I have a background in too, is we're just really starting to learn how the mind affects the nervous system. So calling the mind a resource. So one of the things I've been doing here is an extensive dental reconstruction. And before I went in for my first surgery, the resource I called to mind was my grandmother, who had major dental surgery and survived. And so I kept remembering a picture of her, sitting with her, cooking with her, and all of a sudden the dentist faded into the background. The anxiety around that. Still real anxiety, but not predominant. Because anxiety is okay as long as it's in perspective, because there may be something you need to pay attention to. So never cut yourself off from your own messages of your body. So I try to add a resource to my meditative life every day. I'm always open to new ways I can learn how to how to nourish my heart, nourish my mind, and nourish my creativity. So I actually make a list of your resources, places, people, activities. My in-laws, both whom have passed away, my mother-in-law used to say to her husband, Bob, I think you need to go play golf, which was one of the things he enjoyed from the military. And translation of that is, your nervous system's out of balance. Go do something to bring it back in balance. Our children tell us this all the time. Even our pets communicate this to us when our nervous systems are out of balance. So develop as many resources as you can, but first begin by picking one, and then sit quietly for 5 minutes and let the images and memories of that resource, the positive images and memories of that resource, actually feel the energy of that in your body. And as you do that, your nervous system will reset itself. But I do that every morning consciously, and I do it throughout the day consciously. And someone asked me, well, how do you handle your anger? Well, I don't like calling it anger anymore. I like calling it fury. But I handle it by resourcing myself constantly, which is not a denial, which is not pushing away your experience, is creating enough space in your nervous system to hold your experience without going out of balance. And in the world today, we do not know how to do this. We know how to fight, but there's nothing new about fighting, except how much more profitable it is in today's world. If you're talking about war making. So learning how to be with our bodies, meditate on our bodies, meditate with our bodies. For me also, as I began to do that, my connection to the whole earth changed. My connection and affection for the earth changed. For the hummingbird, for the pine tree. We are lucky where we are right now. The monarch butterflies are coming through our place on their way to a big gathering in California and other places north of the city here. But we found 3 of them sitting on our roof yesterday. It was really a joyful experience. Plants and animals and minerals all have now, I find, teachers for me. Nourishment for me, not just objects. And when that happens in the body, with my body, then I see your body totally differently. I actually sense your body differently. I perceive your body differently. And the more I practice with my body and healing my unprocessed trauma, which is lifelong work, because we've had individual level of trauma. Some of us may have had ecological disasters that are traumatizing, personal family disasters, social disasters for hundreds of years. And there's no way to escape the body's experience.
Thanks for watching the video. We hope you found it engaging and informative. If you'd like to know more about programming in the Buddhism, Psychology, and Mental Health program, or other public series and events that we have coming up, please check out in the description a link to our website and also more about the speaker in this video. Thanks for joining us.